Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow, y'all. So, I hope your day treated you well. I pulled this story right off the front page of Reddit, and I just think this is just a good time as any that you deserve the best at all times. You don't deserve anything less than the best. No one is allowed to tell you that you're worthless. Okay. And I know we are in summer and we finna have these summer flings, you know what I mean? But if someone is making you feel small, please leave that person behind and find someone else who worships the ground you walk on. Okay? All right, cool. All right, guys. So take that as a trigger warning. I haven't read the story yet. Grab your vibes and delights. Let's take a deep breath and let's read this story called I, 18 female, feel like my boyfriend, 19 male, is always finding what is wrong with me and how I'm not very smart. And he says he's sorry, but he keeps doing it. How do I get him to understand that it actually hurts me? My boyfriend and I have been together for nearly a year now. We met because we go to the same college, but I'm from Europe. I'm on a scholarship for a sport, which I'm grateful for. While university is very affordable back home, this gives me a new experience and more of a chance in my sport. I'm not the most intelligent. I'm not stupid, but compared to others around me, I am a bit inferior. I try my best, but no one would ever call me smart. I'm just average, which does make me feel guilty because I know how hard some of the people around me have worked to be able to get here, and I just got here because I have natural talent at a sport, and that's it. I'm going to take a pause here. This is a lot of imposter syndrome, and I'm going to speak to you from a musician's standpoint, okay? When I was with my band before the Rona took over, you know what I mean? I used to look at my fellow musician and be like, I'll never sing as good as her. Or I'll never sing as strongly as he does. I'll never scream like that. You know what I mean? Someone had to have a come to Jeebus moment with me, right? There's always going to be somebody who's got a little more skill than you. And there's always going to be someone else who thinks that you're more skilled than they. And there's always going to be someone who probably thinks the exact same thing about you. This is all imposter syndrome. I am an incredible singer. I am talented in my own way, and I am. And I'm sure you are too, OP. Please hear me for that, okay? Don't let people tell you that you don't belong when you fucking belong, okay? All right, cool. My boyfriend brought that up recently. Fucking nah. Get out, run! The bear! I had a small injury, just a tweak, and I had ice on it. And he asked me what I would do if I couldn't play anymore. And I said I wasn't sure, and that I'd either try to stay here in America or go back home and study instead. But I hadn't really thought too much about it. He asked how I would stay in America. I said I didn't know. Maybe I would pay to study instead. I wasn't sure. I wonder if anybody does know the answer to that. You know, like, it doesn't sound like it's too serious. Obviously, she's just putting ice on it. But like, if you did get injured and you had a scholarship, what would happen? I would love to know. Comment below. He laughed and said that it was a bit ridiculous, and I asked him what he meant, and he said that it was so ridiculous that a foreigner who wasn't even intelligent could just pay her way in, while people like him had to work hard every day to finish their degree. I would have walked out. I would have told him to leave. I would have broke up with him right then and there, and then I would have told everybody what he said to me. You fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Also, why are you even with me if you think so little of me? Disgusting. I said I knew, but asked if he could not mention my intelligence in the future because it hurts my feelings and that I know I'm not very smart. He said it isn't that big of a deal. Then why'd you bring it up, you fucking asshole? And then he isn't trying to insult me. He's just saying the truth. Okay, because you can't be hurtful with the truth? What the fuck? Anyway, I got a bit upset and said that it sounded a lot like an insult to me and that I don't want him deflecting that. And he said he was sorry and I let it go. I would have told him to leave my life forever. But then something similar happened when I was with him and his family. They were asking me about what back home is like, and they were religious. So they were asking about my church. I'm not the same religion as them. I go to the national church of my country. They were asking me about it, and I was really enthusiastic because I really like my church. I love the people there. I love God, and I just love everything about it. My boyfriend then pulled me aside and told me it was a bad look to be going on about my country that they asked me about anyway, and I should try to acclimatize a little and not be going on about my weird pagan church. We're definitely not pagan. were a type of Christian and they were asking me about it. Right. Like, thank you for advocating for yourself, OP. I felt like it would have been rude not to answer their questions. I tried to say that it wasn't meaning to do with anything, but he got mad and said that it sounds stupid and that I sound stupid too. Oh, so he called you stupid to your face then. Apparently my accent is so strong I sound idiotic and that I dress like a whore and that I should be making a good impression, but I just look like a snooty foreigner. I definitely wasn't dressing badly and I was completely covered. My shirt was a little fit, but that was it. I feel like he doesn't understand how much he keeps hurting me. He says he's sorry, but he keeps doing it. So leave, OP. I'm gonna make sure I post this today. My parents have started saying I don't sound happy. Please leave. And I feel like he might be partially the reason. He's absolutely the reason, my friend, but I'm confused. He loves me. What is love to you, honey? No, this is not what love is. If it's too hard and it's too early, then it's too much and you need to let it go. You need to find somebody who worships the ground you walk on. Okay? This is not love. Just because he says it, it doesn't mean he means it. All right? But he also just says those things. And I'm like those bad things. And I'm not sure that you would say that to someone like that you loved. And I'm glad that you're clocking that for what it is. You deserve better than that. All of you do. If there's anybody out there, like I said, we're getting into hot, sexy ass summer. Y'all do not let nobody talk to you like this. You don't deserve this. No one does. So at my job, my manager's manager, okay, at a billion with a B dollar company, my manager's manager says no one is paid enough to be abused. We will be polite, but we will not take disrespect. No one is paid enough to be abused. What the fuck is happening? OP, this is supposed to be someone who's supposed to give a shit about you. You are 18 years old. You have plenty of time. Do not let this person bog you down, and do not let him gaslight you into thinking that you're wrong for speaking up for yourself. You are not wrong. This is horrifying, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and read a couple comments, and they're right with me, y'all. You need to leave him. This is emotional abuse. He wants to lower your confidence so that he is the best you can do. You should dump him. Absolutely. And I already upvoted it as I was like switching over. This person says, he understands he hurt you. He just doesn't care. And I think that's the biggest one right there. I heard on TikTok, I think it was Shonda, she said that some of those people feed off your pain. He wants to feed off your pain. He knows he doesn't care. He survives off of your pain. Get away from him. All the comments are pretty much echoing the same sentiment. You need to run. You're not far enough gone yet that you can't recognize it. You're still recognizing it. Fucking run. OP, run. You're only 18. You're at the beginning of your sport career. You don't need this. All right? You don't need this. You deserve everything. You deserve the top shelf of everything in your life, OP. Okay? Okay? Okay. All right, guys. I'm enough of me. I'll get off my soapbox. I love y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all later.